Hello and welcome to Redacted Life. This one is going to be the next one on our list to play. I don't remember what the description for it was because it's one of those ones that's been in my archives for ages, and I've just been trying to play those games currently so that I can get them all out of the way, and then maybe I'll find some new ones. Or if you guys have any suggestions, that's also an amazing idea because I would love to listen to what you guys want to listen to. Because if you guys want to hear something, want to hear me do some voices, that would be amazing. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit more because it's real loud in my ears right now. And I kind of need to hear myself. So let's just get started. It looks really cool. The art style looks interesting. And I'm interested to see what it's like. And I haven't played this one before. So this one's a new one. Let's go. I first realized that I was a character in a video game about 3 weeks ago. At first, I noticed little things, glitches, things blinking in and out of existence. Then I tried to remember things like how I met my girlfriend, Rebecca, where I was born, or either of my parents' names. I couldn't remember. I could only remember as far back as a month ago. It was a hard 3 weeks. The worst part was that when I tried to explain this all to Rebecca, it was like she wouldn't listen to me. Like she couldn't hear me. I guess the game's programming could only stretch so far. Eventually, I decided to just let things happen and see how things would unfold. I mean, after all, despite how existential crisis-inducing finding out your life's a game was, my life was a pretty good life. Might as well enjoy it, right? Then Rebecca decided we should move out. Finding an affordable home to rent. It was too large a place to own all by ourselves. We packed our things from our city apartment and drove to the countryside. We're here. I don't know what she looks like. I can't give her a voice if I don't know what she looks like. We stepped out of a car. Oh, she's cute! Okay, there it is, Adrian. There it is, Adrian. There it is, Adrian. Nah, There it is, Adrian. The house is over there at the end of the road. I looked at the mansion in the distance. Come on, Sheska. I opened the back door to let Sheska out. Oh, Sheska was our dog, by the way. However, as soon as she got out of the car, Sheska started growling. Well, that's a bad sign. Rebecca turned to Sheska. Aw, what's the matter, girl? She's scared of the house, or... silence. She's scared of the house. I think she's scared of the house. Why? I don't know. Because it looks like the mansion architect was a fan of Edward Gorey. Gorey? Gory, maybe. I said Gorey. I guess something upset her. Nope, that's Adrian, not Rebecca. I guess something upset her. Animals can sense things, you know? Maybe it was a squirrel or something. Never mind, let's go inside. I looked around. I could see from here that there was a study room that led to a massive grand ballroom. It was the kind of grand ballroom that I could imagine also doubling as a final boss arena. Very unusual furniture. I stared at a weird painting of what I interpreted as two horses. The frame it was in looked like it had 4 sets of claws trying to rip the artwork open. Very unusual. I prefer to call it rustic charm. I love how old-timey this place looks. What? What? Scared? No. Well, I don't think... Oh my god, I just can't keep them straight, can I? I think it's... Well, I don't think something's gonna jump out and shout, a boogie woogie boo. But I still feel a huge amount of unease. Don't worry. I'll protect you from anything in this household. Rebecca started glitching out again. It happened from time to time. It was the first thing that made me realize I was in a game. It used to freak me out, but now the novelty's worn off. Or the shock's worn off, whatever you want to call it. It seemed like me acting out of character causes this. It's like Rebecca can't figure out how to react to me.
Adrian. Earth to Adrian.
I snapped out of it. Yeah? Rebecca?
I said I'll protect you.
Sure. Now I know what you may be thinking. If we were moving into this house, why were we acting like we'd never set foot in this house before? Apparently, this is a world where you pay an estate agent a lot of money and just hope for the best. You just cross your fingers and you wish really hard, and they magically find a beautiful house you can afford to lodge in.
We're leaving this crazy house.
A young couple came lumbering down the stairs. They were each carrying a suitcase. I've had it. I can stand for a lot of things, but not this. And with that, the couple left. My. A person whose gender was unclear to me approached us. They were wrapped up in several layers of winter clothing, despite the fact it wasn't winter. An adrenaline.
It seems another family has left us, with another to replace them.
It's like a revolving door around here.
Hello, my name's Tyrell.
Tyrell? Turley. I'm gonna call you Tyrell, even though I think that's wrong.
How are you?
Their voice was also ambiguous, and not just in terms of gender. The voice sounded young and ancient. Childish, yet wise, all at the same time.
I'm Rebecca, and this is Adrian.
Why were those people leaving?
They're scared of the spirit who dwells in this household. It's a terrible story, one fraught with tragedy.
Would you like to hear it? I told him that no, we wouldn't, and Tyrell began. The sweater-layered character told Rebecca and me pretty full and complete information about the mansion. They told us about about how the structure was originally commissioned in the 1800s, and about the original owners of the mansion. Miro and Clara were a couple who'd recently married before moving into their new home. Miro first met Clara when she became his assistant for his magic act. This eventually led to them falling in love with each other. Miro the magician, as he was called, was an illusionist. He was also rumored to have dabbled in two dubious things, adultery and the dark arts, though neither was even ever proven publicly. He was apparently successful enough as a musician, two different things, as a magician to afford the mansion, and continued performing with Clara for many years until, because there's always an until with these stories. Until, for some reason my mind kept wandering, but I did my best to stay focused on Tyrell's cliched story. That really was an awful picture frame.
So what happened to the magician and his wife?
They disappeared. I sighed. No one seemed to notice. Really? The magician disappeared? How ironic. Very cute.
They completely vanished.
Were they ever found? Vanished? That sounds like a great magic act. Okay. Oh god. I really want to do that one. I feel like that's gonna be bad though, but I love snark. Oh. Oh god, can you guys hear that? I hope not. Alright, vanished. That sounds like a great magic act. They must have gone down well with the audiences.
It wasn't a magic trick. They had vanished from their household without taking anything with them.
She took me seriously. I could see that my sarcasm was once again wasted in this world.
No, they became missing for several days. Eventually, Miro was found dead in the basement of this very mansion. His body was covered with long, deep slash marks, like he'd been scratched to pieces by some sort of long-fingered animal. But his wife was never found. I think Clara knew that her husband had been cheating on her. Maybe when she found out, she confronted him with it. Maybe Miro kept a book filled with black magic and had something to do with it. But I think something very dark happened on the night they disappeared. And I believe that Clara's ghost still haunts this place to this day. It would explain all the strange things in this house. Eerie noises, furniture rearranging itself after you leave the room.
Then Tyrell suddenly stopped their history lecture.
Do you believe in ghosts? I've never really thought of it. I've never really thought of it seriously before that, but no, I don't believe in ghosts. Sorry. It's fine. No need to apologize to me. And what about you, Boo?
Boo. We're just gonna go with Boo.
What does he think? What about your Boo? What does he think? What does he think?
I don't know. Why are you telling us this? How do you know all this? Why are you telling us this? Why are you telling us all this? Won't that make us more likely to be the next couple to move out? Was this person trying to convince us to leave?
I just thought it was interesting and important for you to know this household's backstory. It fascinates me. It's actually the reason I moved in here in the first place.
But why are you staying here if you believe there's a ghost?
I've made this an occupation of mine. In the past, I've proven to have a knack for solving ghosts' problems and helping them find peace. You're a ghost hunter? You're a ghost hunter. Not a hunter, my dear. I prefer to think of myself as a ghost whisperer.
Are there really enough ghosts in the world for you to do that?
Well, you'd be surprised. But I also provide other services to people, living people, like Wiccan charms and divinations. I'll give your girlfriend a tarot reading if you like, free of charge. Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never had a tarot card reading before.
Oh, boy. All right, so I'll leave that there, and then we'll do the tarot card reading in the next episode, and we'll see what happens, and see what Rebecca's future is. Ooh.